first question. Nolan?
All right, Mark, just give me your initial thoughts on the fight, your first Bellator fight, your first Bellator victory. How are you feeling coming out of that one?
Feel good. Like I said earlier, didn't go exactly the way I thought it was going to go, but I went out there, I adapted like I do, and pulled off the victory in the second round. So I think overall it went very good.
And he's fought in Bellator before. He's a tough guy. Were you surprised how tough he was? Did you think you were going to go out there and get him out of there right away, and he kind of held tough for a little?
No, hats off to him, man. He took the fight on, what was it, like a one week notice. I got nothing but respect for him. He's fast, he hits hard, he's strong, and it was a short notice fight for him. I thank him for taking that fight and giving me this opportunity.
Well, my question is you had 3 different fights set up for this right before you made your Bellator debut. What does it mean to you to get the victory and then to finally get the fight over with?
It feels good. It feels really good. I had, like you said, I had 3 opponents. I trained hard for all 3 of those opponents, and it was totally disappointing when those didn't pan out. But I stayed motivated. I stayed in the gym, and it worked for me. You know, if I wouldn't have did that, I don't think it would have played out the way it did. So I just kept at it. You guys treated me well throughout those 3 opponents that backed out. So I got nothing but good things to say about Bellator.
Amazing finish, man. For you, kind of just walk us through that finish.
I knew I took him down in that second round. I could tell that he was a little tired. He didn't feel as strong as he did in that first round. And I knew he was getting a little desperate trying to get up at the end of that round. And I knew if I just kept finding shots, the ref was going to jump in. And then I'd like to rewatch it. Those last couple of shots were landing really well. I think that was a very good stoppage on that ref's part.
All right, next question goes to Kevin Vargas. Your line is now live.
Hey, Mark, one quick question was the big difference from your last fight to this fight. How did you handle the no crowd situation?
The no crowd situation? I liked it. I was really relaxed out there. Part of me thinks that that's maybe why that first round I was a little slow out of the gate. Maybe I was a little too relaxed, but overall I liked the no crowd. You know, I could hear my corner, and it was a stress-free environment. I was into it.
So the corner being able to be heard was a big advantage for you tonight?
Yeah, that's always a big advantage. You know, normally in a fight, you can't hear your corner unless you're right up next to him and you're in a position where you got it all under control. But tonight, anywhere I was in the cage, I could hear him. My cornerman, Damien, was answering.
One last question is – okay, gotcha. Thank you so much. One last question is, how quick do you plan on getting a turnaround and fighting your next fight?
I'm healthy. I'm injury-free. I'm ready to go. So let me know.
All right, next question goes to Matthew Putterman. Your line is now live.
Hey, congrats, Mark, on the win. This is Matthew Putterman from MMAnews.com. My first question is to you. What is your biggest attribute as being a fighter?
I'm tough and I'm gritty. I'm a gamer. No matter who you put me in there with, I'm gonna make it a fight. I don't know. I don't get gun shy. Don't matter who I'm fighting. I think I'm just tough and gritty. This is a sport that was made for me, I feel.
Definitely. And what motivates you more, coming off of a loss or coming off of a win?
I couldn't hear that one. That's a tough one because I've had good wins where I came off feeling great. I wanted to be in the gym the next day and just keep the ball rolling. I only had one loss, and that motivated me too. I kind of went on a tear after that loss, so I'm a motivated guy with this sport. That's a toss up to me. If you beat me, I'm gonna come back harder than I ever have. But I've came off of wins hard too, so that's a toss up.
All right, thanks. And our last question will go to Andrew Benjamin. Your line is now live.
Hey, congrats on the big win today, Mark. I got to ask, though, since you got this fight on 1 week's notice, was there anything different that changed up for you between your team, between getting the new opponent and this fight when it went up?
It did not change things up too bad for me. I've had like we've talked about this whole interview, I've had 3 opponents now that pulled out. So I've been kind of for the last 7 months working on every aspect of my game. So it was kind of a relief for me to get an opponent that it wasn't a specialized opponent. I could kind of just go out there and fight. I'm working on everything. I'm a young fighter. I'm working on all aspects of the sport. So a last minute opponent change isn't really too big of a deal for me.